Hey folks, Tinkerman here. How y'all doing? Let's take a look at the KTM 890 Adventure. This is not the R version. This is the standard version. I don't think they use the S anymore. I was told people was confusing it with Supermoto. Will I buy this bike again? In a heartbeat. I love this bike. I have gone on forestry roads with sand, loose gravel. I mean, she handles great. I mean, she handles better than the XR 650L did on the forestry roads, believe it or not. And that's with these stock tires. Them tires there, I'm telling you, if I get the mileage that I'm thinking I might get out of them, I'm probably going to go back with the same tires. The bike gets good fuel mileage. I don't know exactly, but it seemed like it takes forever before it hit half tank. The pluses about it, you can get on the open road, the interstate. I got behind some cars the other day on interstate, and I said, well, I'll just fall in behind them. It was still dark. Next thing I know, I looked down, I'm doing 95 miles an hour. So I shoved back down to the legal speed limit, but you gotta watch yourself because, I mean, she rides so comfortable, you'll be speeding without knowing it. The brakes handle real good. The headlights are good. I haven't done nothing other than add the wrap for the panniers and with soft luggage in the top box. The bike don't use no oil. I mean, I'm loving the bike. Now, time for some negative stuff. It wouldn't be a fair review if I didn't tell you the dislikes. From the factory, I've read on the internet, a lot of people that's getting these bikes is experiencing after several hundred miles radiator hose leaking. It's a simple fix. You just tighten the radiator hose. Where the radiator hose hits the radiator, for some reason, a lot of people was having them, and I did too. I just tightened the hose like 2 turns, maybe 3 turns, and I ain't had no more issues. So, if everybody seems to be having problems, you know KTM's aware of it. It's kind of shabby that they ain't, from the factory, putting 2 extra turns on their screws on the radiator hose. Maybe that's nitpicky, but I just don't think after 500 miles people should be having to tighten up radiator hose. Shouldn't have to be doing nothing but checking air pressure and gas. Another thing I dislike about it, which is no big deal, but the fuel gauge. It does not start registering fuel until you get half tank. And like I said, it gets good fuel mileage, so you'll go forever before you get to half tank for it to start letting you know that you're at half tank. The problem with that is you start questioning, well, is my fuel gauge working? You start opening up the cap, looking down in there, and where the fuel tank is way down here, you don't see no fuel. So, yeah, you kind of start getting a little nervous, and then all of a sudden, it'll start registering because it drops at the halfway mark, below the half tank mark, and you're like, oh, okay. But that's not a big issue, but at the same time, it's just, I got to give you some negatives, otherwise people think I'm just blinded by the KTM brand, because I do love my KTMs. Other than that, I have no issues with the bike. The brakes are great. The suspension is good. I mean, it handles forestry roads, and that's all I'm planning on taking this. I ain't planning on doing single track, so I don't need the R version. Yeah, the seat's uncomfortable. It's hard, but I mean, you wear some of them cushioned bicycle shorts under your pants, and it's not that bad. Which I don't think any rider, I don't care what bike they buy, they always complain about the seat, so that's a given. So I hope that helps someone out. I can't think of nothing negative to say, really. I'm just, oh, one other thing. I did think of something that I think was kind of messy. The cap that goes on the brake reservoir would leak a little bit. And I tightened the screws up a little bit. That didn't help. I mean, it just seemed like the gasket was good. Everything was good. So, couldn't figure out. Well, I read online. A couple other people was having this issue. And they said they ordered a cap from Rocky Mountain. I think it is. I got that one. That's metal. And screw it on there, and I ain't had no more problems. So I was skeptical, but I ordered a part, and dadgummit, that fits the issue. So if several people was mentioning that online, you know KTM probably knows that too. So come on, KTM, tighten it up. I mean, all you have to do is tighten up the rare hose, give a better cap, and fix that issue. The seat, that's no biggie. Most people gonna buy aftermarket seat anyway. Me, I just put them bicycle shorts on with cushion. Makes you feel like you crap in your pants, but that's okay too. It makes people stay away from me when they see my pants look like I'm got a load in my drawers. Well, I hope that helps somebody out. Well, Tankerman out. Y'all stay safe.